Hi class, my name is Batu Barry and my project is on the shipyard breaking in Chittagong, Bangladesh. I'm sorry that my voice is like this, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm very excited to get into this environmental crisis topic. Purpose and objectives. So the purpose of this is to discuss and analyze the shipyard breakings of Chittagong, also known as the Graveyard of Giants, that has not only brought in millions of dollars to Westerners and a bunch of labor, but it also caused environmental health issues, hazards, and has been a graveyard for its workers as well. So we're going to discuss a little bit about the origins of the shipyard breakings and then the effects it has on its people, who it's affecting, and in what way it's affecting them. And here are the table of contents. So to give you guys a little background of events, the origin of the Chittagong shipyard starts off in 1916. The Bay of Bengal is struck by lightning and a big cyclone, and basically naturally leaves a cargo ship near Chittagong. That cargo ship was then eventually broken down, and local metal workers slowly started to use it for scrap metal and material. Then we move on to 1974. A Pakistani Navy vessel was sunk during the Bangladesh War, and basically that also came up and many people started scrapping from that ship as well. Then the shipbreaking industry starts to grow, and by the mid-80s, Bangladesh is one of the major shipbreaking nations in the entire world. A lot of major ships have been scraped at Chittagong, and it is the second largest city in Bangladesh as well as the major seaport of the country. We'll get into why, what comes out of this, but this is a brief synopsis of the origin and how it came about. So if you look on the screen towards the right, you see a huge ship vessel that's actually on the coast of Chittagong. And above that, you see another ship, but it looks like it has fumes and flames, which is a very realistic photo, as a lot of explosions will actually happen while workers are working. And then that brings me to the left, where you see the actual workers working on the ships. And if you notice what they're wearing, if they have any protection, whether that's shoes, masks, nothing. A lot of these laborers are very poor and don't have jobs, but are willing to work on the ships. So here I developed a line graph that showed the laborers, because I really wanted to get into that because that's who it's mostly affecting if we're talking in an environmental aspect. The laborers and the districts that they're from Bangladesh. This line graph was able to show, if you can see, that Chittagong, the actual city of where the ship graveyards are, has the most people working in the shipyards for them. And you might think, well, that makes sense because that's where the shipyard is. But no, Chittagong actually has a big labor issue where they don't have jobs, and shipbreaking generated a lot of jobs in this country. It generated jobs for about $30,000 to $50,000 people who are directly employed, you know. And although they were only making a little bit, it was better than nothing, and they were willing to put their life at risk to make money. So shipbreaking, even though it originated around Chittagong, is kind of a big labor site slash connection of money from the West to parts of Asia, which include India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. So now I'm going to go into the types of accidents that occur in shipyards of Bangladesh. I think this part for me was the most interesting part to research because I didn't expect the outcomes, especially in terms of the chemical aspects. The physical aspects I kind of expected because a ship size compared to a human being is very dramatic, but the leading cause of death and accidents in these shipyards are fire explosions from the oil tank. And I feel like that's something people don't think about because just because the ships are docked and done being used, does it mean that these things can't happen?